Hey gang, Tony here. Quick one. Just wanted to do this other box here and show you this is homemade strawberry soda, which is delicious and really easy to do. So if you want to make your own strawberry soda, and then you could, from this, you can do a number of different things. You can make a strawberry flavored Italian soda if you put some cream. You can do a strawberry soda float if you put a couple of scoops of ice cream in there instead of ice cubes. But basically you just make strawberry syrup from a fresh bunch of strawberries. Do equal parts sugar and water. So for every cup of sugar and cup of water, you do 2 cups of quartered strawberries. So if you have 4 cups of quartered strawberries, you do 2 cups of water and 2 cups of sugar. Basically put the sugar and the water in a pot on the stove, dissolve it with the heat. Once that comes up to a boil, pop in all the strawberries, boil it for 10 minutes, drop the temperature down, simmer it for 10 minutes, strain it out, and you have strawberry syrup. Then you take some of your strawberry syrup and you put it in some seltzer. And you got your soda. And that's what I got here. And it's delicious. One of the best parts of doing that is you could regulate how sweet or how much flavor the soda has. So if you're not a big fan of like seriously sweet stuff, you could just put a little bit of flavoring and you get that really nice fresh flavor from it. So it's pretty cool. And you could do that with basically anything. So if you don't like strawberries, for instance, you can make homemade ginger ale by getting ginger and making a ginger syrup in a similar way. So what I have here is not horror, sorry to say, but it is something that's kind of interesting. I forgot to bring, I was going to bring the other thing up to show you with it. But you guys know I'm a huge fan of coffee. In fact, even had a coffee site going with my brother for a while that we hadn't really updated in quite a bit. But my friend over at work, Randy, who's a professor where I work, gave me a little box, a little bag of Vietnamese coffee. And he kind of turned me on to this new way of brewing coffee. Well, it's not new, but it's the way that you make Vietnamese coffee. And he showed me where to get the pot. And that's what I have here, is a little Vietnamese coffee pot, which is similar to, kind of like similar to Chemex, the one that I use for coffee now. It gives you some instructions there. It's basically a direct pour over sort of method. So what you do with it is you take it and you put it on top of your mug or cup. And actually before you do that, and this is sort of partly what makes it Vietnamese coffee as well, you put some sweetened condensed milk in the cup. And I think it's usually like, you know, a couple teaspoons or something. So that's something I don't normally do. I don't normally put cream or sugar in my coffee, but for the Vietnamese coffee, you put a little bit of the sweetened condensed milk in the mug, and then you put this on top of the mug, and then in here you got this. In here you put your coffee, and then you pop this guy on top, and you pour a little water to let it bloom for a second, and then you fill this with water, and you put that back on, and you let it sit, and then it slowly drips through into the mug, and when it's done you mix it up with the sweetened condensed milk, and you have yourself some traditional Vietnamese coffee. So that is something I have never done before. This little pot was like $6. It's obviously just for 1 cup. And I wanted to do it right because he gave me this coffee that was from, I believe, Cambodia, it said. And I wanted to do it the correct way. Whether or not I ever buy Vietnamese coffee specifically again, that's up for, you know, I don't know if I ever will. But you can use this with regular coffee, should be fine. And I'm kind of curious to see how it tastes with the sweetened condensed milk. That might be a cool way to have it in the future. This also seems like a really interesting, not interesting, but probably a good way to do iced, slow dripped iced coffee. And I might give that a try too, using this. I forget what they call it. There's a there's a name for it. It's like, you know, real popular right now, the iced coffee to make this way. It's like cold brewed, I think. Cold brewed? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that because I am a big fan of coffee, and I thought you guys might be too. And I want to tell you a little about this soda. Alright, that's going to do it for me, guys. I don't know when I'm going to have time to make any more videos. I know I've been kind of piling them on lately, but I've been trying to do as many as I can while I have a chance. I'll see you soon. I hope everyone's having a great week. Weekend's here, I guess, right? So, let's celebrate. See you guys soon.
To save more money?